So we have been, I don't know if you've noticed over the last few months, but we've been picking up different international days and, you know, like International Get Out of Bed Day and all that kind of good stuff. So we thought beginning of the year, Get Organised month. So not a day, it's an entire month. We have kicked this off this week, and we were hoping that we would get some people being able to share. So that's what the chat's for, in order to share these kind of good tips about getting organized for PMO people. So if you've got some great ones, we would love you to share, but we'll be sharing those over the next few weeks on socials. So from what we've got so far, we've had a few already, and I think some of them might be familiar to you. I've always loved the Eat the Frog one, which is you pick off the horrible tasks that you really don't want to do, and go with that one. You know, get it done and it's out of the way. So that's always a good one to remember. 2-minute rule. If something that can be done in 2 minutes, just get on and do it, rather than putting it off. But there you go. Trello, we love to hate Trello sometimes in our organization, but at the very least, use it for what it's intended to do. Stick things on there that are in your head, get it down there, use it as a to-do list. It is that, you know, stuff on a backlog, there's your brain dump, what it is you're working on and what you've done. That's its, you know, at its most perfectly beautiful and what it's designed to do. There's Trello. You might have heard of this one as well, Emma, about you know, making sure that you are taking breaks, and you know, procrastination is the evil for us all, but actually you can build in some. So 25 minutes, then I'm going to do some work and it's going to give me 5 minutes where I can go and do something else. So it's actually, you know, one of those things that if you're very one of these people gets really antsy about how much time is just tripping away from you, have a look at that one. We touched on Eisenhower matrix. It's come up loads of times recently. We did a session not long ago about change management. It came up there too. If you're not familiar with it, check it out. When you see it, you'll probably okay, so that's what it is, and that's just about picking out and prioritizing. So yeah, have a look at that one. This is one from our very own Eileen. She likes her books. She's got lots of books, and if you want to keep a track of what it is that you're reading, what you've got already, so you don't rebuy the same books, that's how it keeps her organized in terms of the book stuff. This came from one of the community, just talking again about how to keep organized, and for this guy it was Microsoft Planner Kanban. So there's another option other than Trello. And here's just a short video of one of my top tips as too. Hi, this is the House of PMO, and this month, January 2023, we are getting into International Getting Organised Day. And I thought I'd kick off with sharing a good hack for anybody who's working in PMO, is how do you get organised on a day-to-day basis? I've been using something for a number of years now, and I think it's become my go-to really into how I organise my everyday routines and what it is that I've got to do. And I always start with a trusty moleskin. I know it's probably not the height of fashion, a good old pen and paper. I do use a lot of electrical things, you know, like Outlook, and you know, digital things like Trello, but sometimes, you know, it's a good old pen and paper that really does the trick. And yeah, so I've got my trusty moleskin, and I also use this as well, which is it's actually originally a mouse mat, believe it or not, and it comes from a company called Knock Knock, and you can buy it on Amazon. And essentially this is my 5 days a week. So this is what I'm, you know, obviously I'm filling this out normally at the end of each week for the following week. So I put in my things like my meetings and the things that I want to do, and you know, that kind of stuff. And what I tend to do is use it within my moleskin. So here is just a brief look at how I tend to use it. So I've got all my stuff going on using my 5 day a week, so I can see, you know, those are meetings that are going in, stuff that I want to do. And then on my right hand side, this is when I've got my scribbles, and you know, I can add in you know, if I'm making a phone call or I'm chatting to somebody, and doodles and all of that kind of good stuff. So for me, it's just, you know, having this trusty kind of visual, really, rather than it being, you know, hidden away inside, you know, some things like Trello. We do use Trello, but again, you know, this is for me and how I like to do things. I'm really interested to see if anybody else, you know, shares and does the same kind of thing as I do. And just a little close up there, you can see, yeah, it looks like it's like a chaotic mess. But if you imagine, you know, these are all your meetings that you're doing, you know, and just being able to cross things off. I love that, the fact that you can cross things off. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in terms of, like I say, pen and paper, sometimes it is having that physical thing, you know, in your hands. And I just love the fact that it's battered and I've got my stickers on it. And, you know, I staple in each one of these pages each day, you know, having that blank piece of paper for the following week, and, you know, adding nice things in. And, you know, sometimes I use different colors if I'm feeling that way. I might use nice little clouds. You know, I just like to be able to pick up, you know, a nice pen as well, being able to, you know, a bit of stationery is always good. And then you can see that I staple it on 3 sides, so I've actually got space to tuck anything in that I might want to. So yeah, I think this is the first share really in terms of hacks for PMO people. What is it that you do in order to you know, get through the working day, and make sure you remember everything that you need to remember. So please do let us know what you think and what you do too. So that is our Getting Organised, Mum. So it's great that some people have already been having a look through, you know, putting down some of the things that they do too. I hope that we can, we'll definitely be picking those out of the chat. So please do pop some in as we go through the next session. So